Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. He's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Again, it's Stafford. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Darius Williams in there to make the tackle. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week, because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3 and 13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. Gets past one man. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd and a yard, Stafford steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running around.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Dobbins. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. On the handoff, it's Akers. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Stafford on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Stafford steps away. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Stafford. Flush to his right. Oh, a nice catch by Kupp. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Stafford buying time to his left. And he's got his target, Harris. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Again, it'll be Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They go play action now. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens 27-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And down he'll go at the 25. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. On
2nd and 9, Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's something good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Stafford. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. On the give, this is Akers. And room there to work it inside the 25. 78 yards on the ground for him so far.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get at all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Rams have won the game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for L.A., they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.